How does a country with a relatively small navy plan to take on the most powerful naval force in the world? Today, we read diving deep into the Strait of Hormuz to uncover Iran's playbook for a potential conflict with the United States Navy. It's a strategy not of aircraft carriers and destroyers, but of speedboats, mines, and missiles. This is the world of asymmetric naval warfare. The Strait of Hormuz. This narrow chokepoint is one of the most critical maritime passages on the planet. About a fifth of the world's total oil consumption passes through here every single day. For Iran, this strait isn't just a waterway, it's their ultimate strategic leverage. Any disruption here sends shockwaves through the global economy, and that's the cornerstone of Iran's naval doctrine. Their goal isn't to defeat the U.S. Navy in a head-to-head battle. That would be impossible. Instead, their strategy is to make the cost of any military action so high, so painful, that it becomes an unacceptable option for the United States and its allies. At the heart of this strategy is the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy, or IRGCN. While Iran also has a conventional navy, the Artesh, it's the IRGCN that's been purpose-built for this asymmetric fight. Think of them as the sea-based guerrillas of the Persian Gulf. Their primary weapon? Swarms of small, fast, and heavily armed speedboats. We're talking hundreds, maybe even thousands of them. These aren't just simple boats. They're equipped with machine guns, rocket launchers, and even anti-ship missiles. Imagine a hornet's nest being stirred. Suddenly, a massive U.S. warship, a billion-dollar asset, is facing dozens of small, agile targets coming from all directions. It's a logistical and tactical nightmare for a ship's defense systems, which are designed to counter a few large, sophisticated threats, not a deluge of small, fast ones. The idea is to overwhelm the target. A single speedboat is no match for a destroyer, but 50 of them, attacking simultaneously, create chaos. They can distract the ship's defenses, allowing other, more potent weapons to find their mark. They can get in close, targeting sensitive areas like radar arrays, communication systems, or even the bridge. It's a death by 1,000 cuts approach. And because these boats are small and dispersed along Iran's long coastline, hidden in coves and civilian ports, they are incredibly difficult to track and eliminate before they launch an attack. This swarm tactic is the most visible and well-known element of Iran's strategy, and it's designed to turn the Persian Gulf's confined waters into a lethal arena. But the swarm is just one layer of the plan. The next tool in Iran's arsenal is one of the oldest and most feared naval weapons, the sea mine. Iran is believed to possess a vast and diverse inventory of naval mines, from simple, old-fashioned contact mines to sophisticated, bottom-dwelling mines that can be activated remotely or by the acoustic and magnetic signature of a passing ship. In a conflict, Iran's objective would be to litter the Strait of Hormuz with these mines, effectively closing it to all shipping. This is a denial strategy. It turns the very water into an enemy. For the U.S. Navy, clearing a minefield is a slow, dangerous, and resource-intensive task. It requires specialized minesweeping vessels and helicopters, which themselves become vulnerable targets for those same Iranian speedboats and coastal missile batteries. Even the threat of mines can be enough to halt maritime traffic, as shipping companies and insurers would refuse to risk their vessels and crews. The economic impact would be immediate and severe, achieving Iran's goal of inflicting massive economic pain without having to sink a single U.S. warship. The psychological effect of a mine strait cannot be overstated. It creates a no-go zone, a powerful deterrent. Now let's talk about the big guns, or rather, the big missiles. Iran has invested heavily in developing a formidable arsenal of land-based anti-ship ballistic and cruise missiles. This creates what military analysts call an anti-access area denial, or A2AD, bubble over the Persian Gulf and the Strait of Hormuz. From mobile launchers hidden deep within Iranian territory, they can threaten any ship operating in the region. These missiles are a serious threat. Some are sea skimming, flying just meters above the water to evade radar detection. Others are ballistic, plunging down on their targets from high altitudes at incredible speeds, making them extremely difficult to intercept. The U.S. Navy has the most advanced missile defense systems in the world, like the Aegis system on its cruisers and destroyers. But again, Iran's strategy is about saturation. By launching a coordinated barrage of dozens of missiles from multiple, unpredictable locations, they hope to overwhelm those defenses. It only takes one missile to get through to cause catastrophic damage to a major warship. This missile threat forces U.S. aircraft carriers to operate further away, outside the densest part of the threat bubble, which in turn limits the range and effectiveness of their own aircraft. It pushes the fight out, complicating U.S. operations and giving Iran more control over its home turf. Beyond these three core elements, swarms, mines, and missiles, Iran employs other asymmetric tactics. They have a fleet of small submarines, perfect for stealthy operations in the shallow waters of the Gulf, capable of laying mines or launching torpedoes. They've also become adept at using unmanned aerial vehicles, or drones, for surveillance, targeting, and even as kamikaze weapons. We've seen them use these technologies to harass shipping and conduct attacks in the region. This combination of low-tech and high-tech assets creates a multi-layered, unpredictable threat environment. It's a defense in depth, where each layer is designed to attrit, delay, and complicate an enemy's advance. So, how does the U.S. Navy plan to counter this? It's a challenge they take very seriously. The U.S. Fifth Fleet, based in Bahrain, is constantly training and developing new tactics to deal with swarm attacks. They've equipped their ships with more smaller caliber, rapid-fire guns, and are experimenting with laser weapon systems designed to quickly neutralize small boat and drone threats. They also conduct regular, large-scale minesweeping exercises with international partners to maintain proficiency in clearing waterways. Intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance are key. Using satellites, drones like the Triton, and patrol aircraft, the U.S. military works around the clock to monitor Iranian activity, trying to get a warning before an attack is launched. Furthermore, the U.S. strategy isn't just about defense. It would also involve overwhelming offensive action. In any conflict, the primary targets would be Iran's command and control centers, missile launch sites, naval bases, and drone facilities. The goal would be to dismantle the entire system, not just fend off individual attacks. Airstrikes launched from carriers and regional bases would aim to take out the brain and nervous system of the IRGCNs. S operations before the swarms can even get to sea. It's a classic cat-and-mouse game, with each side constantly adapting to the other's moves and technologies. The U.S. Navy's approach is to use its technological superiority and overwhelming firepower to break the Iranian kill chain before it can be fully executed. Ultimately, Iran's asymmetric naval strategy is a classic example of a weaker power leveraging geography and unconventional tactics to deter a stronger one. It's not designed for a decisive victory in a traditional sense. It's designed to create chaos, impose crippling economic costs, and inflict politically unacceptable casualties. It turns the narrow and congested waters of the Persian Gulf from a superhighway for global trade into a potential death trap. While the U.S. Navy possesses overwhelming technological and numerical superiority, the Iranian strategy ensures that any conflict in the Strait of Hormuz would be messy, costly, and unpredictable for everyone involved. It's a high-stakes game of maritime chess, where the pawns are speedboats and the prize is control over the world's most important energy chokepoint. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown of naval strategy interesting, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into military tactics and technology. Let us know in the comments what other topics you'd like to see us cover. See you next time.